All right, what's up, guys? We're back with another one here. Yeah, so after, what has it been, 4 or 5 years, Project L, 2XKO, BB Tag 2.0 is finally out, or at least the Alpha Lab is out. So I've been playing the game. You know, I dabbled with it a little bit at like Evo Japan, but finally I've had 2 solid days to really get my hands on it. And my early impression is that I love everything about this game except for the game itself. If that makes any sense. Now, again, this is all just my own personal taste. I know a lot of people really having a great time with it, but just, you know, straight up right off the start, I'm not really a big team game player. You know, I'm not really a big team enjoyer. You know, so like Dragon Ball FighterZ, again, I played it a bit, but eventually I knew it wasn't my cup of tea. BB Tag, of course, MVCI, even MVC3. You know, the team games, the games that emphasize really long combos, really long block strings, you know, basically unblockable mix-ups and everything. Not my personal cup of tea. And the real point I want to make is that that's fine, okay? That's completely fine. I'm not saying that, like, oh, man, 2XKO needs to change. They need to do this. They need to cater to me. It's like, no, make the game you want to make. You know, I know there's a lot of tag enjoyers, Marvel players on the dev team, so they're making the game they want to make. So just do it. Keep it up. I just want to share my opinion. So anyway, what am I talking about? So when I talked about, I said, you know, I love everything about the game. So just, you know, this is still the Alpha Lab, so it's very early, but just like the menu, the UI, there's my custom character. Everything is super crisp. The training mode as well. It has all the options you need. The netcode is great. The lobby system, I'm a fan of lobbies. I know some people don't like it. I like lobbies. The graphics in game, when they first showed this game, remember the early screenshots? I was like, oh, it looks kind of rough, but they really polished it. You know, the shadows, the lighting. The game looks really good in motion. Here, let me just go in. But yeah, like in game, you know, I love like the shadows and everything. I think they did like a really good job, especially if you're deep into the League of Legends lore and everything. Very faithful recreation. So it's cool, right? The whole package is really cool. And like the thing that got me most excited, I've talked about this before, right? The thing that has me most excited is, even during this Alpha Lab, is that we're seeing the dev team actively engage with the community, you know, sharing information, taking feedback, taking criticism, listening, you know, explaining things, right? That's what has me most hype. Up until now, a lot of the games, you know, made by Japanese devs, they're kind of closed off, right? They're behind, you know, they're locked behind closed doors. They kind of just put out the product. Everyone gives feedback. It gets ignored. Grand Blue Versus, you know, 8 months of complaining, and like the update is finally coming after 8 months. Look at Strive. We had like a whole year of Wild Assault complaints, and like finally they listen. It seems like the 2XKO devs are, you know, keen to take feedback, adjust things, try everything out. So I'm really excited for that. So, and then of course, free to play is massive, and the duo mode. So the duo mode, that's going to be the real game changer right there. We need to see what happens in the future. But that, again, before I get to the things I don't like, I just want to make sure there's a ton of really amazing stuff with this game, and I'm really looking forward to see where it goes. So even if in the end I don't enjoy playing it, I'm gonna follow along and see what happens. But now, why do I think this game might not be for me? All right, anyway, here's the gameplay. So believe it or not, even though earlier I said I don't like team games versus games, that's the genre that got me into the FGC. So Marvel's Capcom 2, I was a fiend for Marvel's Capcom 2. And I think a lot of new players have an image. There was a big change between Marvel's Capcom 2 and Marvel's Capcom 3. So Marvel's Capcom 3 was a very combo heavy game. That definitely created an image with like newer fighting game players that like, oh man, you know, versus game means 30-second combos, 40-second combos. Marvel's Capcom 2 wasn't like that. The combos were short, the speed was very fast, and it was all about neutral, right? It was all about like movement. You know, you'd super jump, double jump, air dashing, 8-way dashing, assist calls. Like the neutral was super chaotic and super fun. And when you landed the hit, you know, you just cashed out real quick, back to neutral. That's what makes these games fun to me, is the movement, the mobility. This game, as you see, even though it's a versus game, the movement is not like DNF level, but you are pretty grounded right here. There's no double jump. You have a super jump, but there's no air dash unless you're playing like Ari or something. So it's a lot of just like this, right? kind of staying on the ground, using like these big normals in the assist call, which is like, it didn't feel as good to me as the old games. The mobility is like my favorite part. It's not really there in this game. The button layout is still going to take me some time. If you don't know, there's no motion inputs in this game. So there's special 1, special 2. Each special has like a down special. There's like a forward special, a neutral special. There's follow-ups after that. And then you still have ABC plus your tag. You have 2-button dash, 2-button throw, 2 separate buttons for parry. It's quite chaotic. Playing the game does not feel so intuitive, and that's from someone who's been playing fighting games for a very long time. You know, I've been playing for a very, very long time, a wide number of games, but I'm still messing things up. Something I don't like is down. Supers are down, down. I can't tell you how many times I've messed up, like trying to do a B&B into like down heavy, down special, and then, oops, hold on. Down special is this, down, down special is super. So I'm messing up left and right. It's very, very weird. I wish you could just do a quarter circle or something like that. It's day 1, day 2. So mostly I'm just like flailing around. You know, I have some B&Bs. The guys I'm fighting have some B&Bs. But what I'm most worried about with these tag games is that, you know, talking about those combos, I don't have one I can show you, but let me borrow a clip from Mr. Chris G. So there's like a million clips that we're seeing right now. But here's a clip from, you know, Marvel God Chris G. But ready? Just watch this come. We're playing Ahri. We've seen this all weekend. So he's nasty, of course. Okay, he got to jump in with Ahri. Here we go. There is no burst on the opponent's side right now, right? So the opponent has nothing. There is nothing to do. Right? We are still going. We are still going. We got the kill. That is off a jump. That is off a jump. This is a mobile character. This is off a jump attack. Boop. And that's the round. So it's the round, it's the wait. This is, like I said, this is just day 1. The way these games develop, unless the devs are going to, like, they have a choice to make basically right now. It's like, do we want to let that rock? Like, that's the old tag mechanic of like, yo, 30-second, 1-player game, just watch the show. Some people get hype over that, right? So do you want to do that? Or do you want to cut it down? You know, you want to focus more on the neutral, right? There's no correct answer. It's all about preference. Now, that was a long-ass combo, right? So that's one aspect of team games that personally, for me, generally stick out. The second, here's the other part, right? I don't have the clips here. I've just seen like so many of them. So we got 30-second TOD combos, right? If you get touched, you watch like a movie for 30 seconds. Then there's mix-ups like this. Again, this is all preference. Some of you monsters love stuff like this. Watch this mix. This is not an outlier too, by the way. It's not like, oh, Echo is cheap, but that's only him. There's crazy mix all in the game. But here's an example, right? This one's grimy. All right, ready? Cross up, back in front, cross up again. Nah, and now you're dead, right? So even though the combo drop, that was like a demonstration of just showing the mix. But a lot of the sequences so far, it's TOD, right? It's one touch. One touch if you have like meter and optimal, you can kill. Or it's one touch into unseeable, unreactable. Just literally, you just pray to God. Just like, oh, well, I'm doing this. Where if you guess wrong, you die. So it's a 2-touch game right now. And it's just going to get stronger. As the players optimize, right? As the players optimize more and more and more, the combos get scarier, the damage get higher. It's just going to be absolutely unforgiving. And this is something I've been through. This is like, I saw what happened with BB Tag. I saw what happened with BB Tag. I know what kind of game that became. And that's it. That's all I'm saying. It's just not for me, right? We're not even optimal yet. It's just going to get grimier. Yeah. So again, what I'm worried about though is after playing this game, you know, it's not a beginner-friendly game. I don't know what their focus is. So they have an auto combo mode. They have a fuse where you basically just mash and it's auto combo. It's pretty strong, but you're still not playing the game. I think that's just like an e-boy, e-girl mode where if like you're just playing with a buddy and you don't actually want to learn the game, you just kind of mash a little bit. But if you actually want to learn this game, it's very, very difficult because you're going to get mauled instantly. Like I said, you don't get a lot of opportunity. You just, all right, lock in. You fight anyone who knows they've practiced, they know their combo, they know their mix up. You just die. You just absolutely get melted. Hold that. So we've seen some people, you know, I'm not quitting, by the way. I'm going to keep playing, keep learning. But We've seen some people already during the alpha, people that coming over, they're like, I quit. They're like one day, they're like I quit. I can't handle it. So I don't know if this is gonna be welcoming for beginners. So I don't know what, like, that basically is like, what's their goal? Who is their target audience, right? Were they trying to attract non-fighting game fans? Are they trying to attack fighting game fans? Because there's kind of things that both parties don't like. It's like we have simplified inputs, but it's actually very difficult. So it's like difficult for new players and difficult for old players. It's very confusing. It's very confusing. But yes, that's it. Okay. Again, this is my taste, right? There's so many games out right now that it's kind of like, when I do have that limited time to game, I got to look at like 5 different titles, and it's like, I probably want to choose this game today. I want to choose that rather than have Sonic Fox just do a 83-way mix-up on me into death. But this is the alpha. Again, this is the alpha. As I talked about earlier in the video, the devs are talking about how they are actively changing. So I want to see, I'm very curious to see which direction they want to go in, which way the game ends up. And I also want to see how the reaction is, right? I'm very excited. I'm very, very excited just to follow along the 2XKO journey, man. It's exciting, right? It's exciting. It's exciting. We got a brand new fighting game coming out. Who knows, man? Who knows? But anyway, that's it. Okay, rambling a bit too much. If you didn't get to play, it's very, very fun to pick up. You know, definitely if they have another alpha or if they have a beta, definitely try and get in there. Oh wait, I didn't even say that. When it's free to play, when the game comes out, download it, give it a try whenever. Just make sure you fight people around your level. See, that's also my concern, is like early on it's gonna be very fun, but once the player base drops off and the sweats remain, like, are you gonna be able to keep people? Man, I'm excited. Yes, I'm gonna keep playing. Like I said, my concerns were confirmed. I think that this might not be my cup of tea here. But if you've been playing it, if you've been enjoying it, let me know what you think. Let me know what you really think. I know whenever a new game comes out, people are very excited and everything, but think about the future. Think about in a month of playing this. Would you still be grinding? You think it would still be fun doing the same combo or getting hit by the same combo for 30 seconds every time? I don't know. Also, are you a tag enjoyer? I feel like if you're a tag player, if you're a Dragon Ball fan, like, you fit right in. If you're a Marvel fan, you fit right in. But if you're not, if this is your first time really grinding a tag game, what are your feelings? I saw some fighting game players who have never played a tag game. This is their first experience. They're getting smoked. They're getting destroyed. So it's like, welcome. It's a different skill set. It's a very, very different skill set to play tag games. All right, anyway, that's it. I'm sorry. Best of luck. I'm gonna keep playing. Really looking forward to seeing what the dev team does. I get a lot of faith in those guys. Very smart people. I don't have an answer. I just want to see what their answer is. All right, anyway, hit that sub button. I'll see you next one. Peace.